Winning Wednesday, and today's affirmation is I am believing that I have favor. All things are working for my good. When you believe that you have infinite possibilities and opportunities with God, and you know that the universe is working in your favor, when you know that things are aligning for your ultimate good, you take on a position that gives you more awareness within yourself. So recently I received a revelation that I should start packing, right? So I started packing slowly. It took a few weeks before I actually got in gear, right? Maybe a month or two before I got in gear to really start packing. And I'm like, okay, my thoughts were, so what I'm gonna do once I start packing or whatever. So, the universe was blessing me in a certain area in my life where my intuition was heightening, and I was learning so much more spiritually. And the process of me packing, I was being obedient. And I found that, your abundance can come in form of obedience. When you are obedient to what the spirit is telling you, and you're acting on it without any question, without any doubt, that will lead you to the destination in which you're trying to go. I found that my spiritual journey has been very stagnated, because I was still surrounding myself with individuals and people in my life and trying to hold on to certain people where I wasn't really hearing from my spiritual team. So once I start removing those barriers and start setting up boundaries for my life, I found that I opened myself up to be able to receive and hear more intuitively. So in receiving and hearing more intuitively, I was getting these revelations about who I was and how I am supposed to move and operate in this world. And the fact that I came to the point where I was like, oh, let me go ahead and be obedient and just start packing, right? When I got to that point and I started moving, moving and packing, it seemed like things start just happening, just start opening up opportunities and possibilities throughout my career, throughout my financial situation. All these things just start coming into alignment, and I began to seek more and more intuitively of what was asked of me. I was one day I was on my way from the park, and I drove down to Belle Isle, and then I was on my way home, and I live maybe about 10-15 minutes from the city. I was on my way home, and I was just speaking to God, and I was like, you know what, God, I really, Most High, I really wish that you could be here with me in physical form. And I know it's so interesting when as the moment I said that, I looked over at the passenger seat, and I noticed that there was a ladybug sitting on the seat, the passenger seat next to me. And I took my hand and I laid it on the seat, and then the ladybug came onto my hand. And once it came onto my hand, it kind of, went round my hand and it sat on my finger. And when I got home, I parked the car and I'm like, okay. I'm thinking that, by the time I get out the car and go into the house or whatever, the ladybug was going to be gone. Because I was like, okay, that's real nice. God Most High just gave me a gift and showed me I am here with you in spirit, in physical form, not just in spirit, but I'm all around you. So I come in the house, I unlock the door, come in the house, and I realized that the ladybug was still on my finger. It was still there through all that. And so I took it and I put it over on a plant. I was like, oh, I got a pet ladybug. I thought that was so funny. But I only mentioned that to share this, is that when you are obedient in what the Most High is telling you to do, to actively do, He will send you signs and synchronicities. I cannot pronounce that word, but synchronicities to show you that He's always listening. And the thing about the Most High is He's everywhere at the same time. Okay? And I say He, but Most High doesn't have a physical sex. He or she, those, it's infinite in everything. So I just say He because that's just natural, I guess. But He's everywhere, and because He's everywhere, and He knows your ultimate need in everything that you do. When you are open to fulfilling your relationship and collaborating with the Most High, with the universe, with the spirit realm, when you are actually active in speaking and collaborating with your spirit team on a regular basis, it's like infinite possibilities open up to you. There is no determining how it's going to open up to you, but it is infinitely definite that it will. And so today's affirmation is, I believe that all things work in my favor. I believe that I have infinite possibilities and I can continue to go and move in this world the way that God, the Most High, universe, however you relate to that higher source, I move and operate in that way. And I am so grateful and so thankful for what I've accomplished in my life and how I'm able to show up in the world, and not only in the world, but show up for myself. So that is my spiel for today. I just want you to continue to know that you are needed. You are wanted. You are so loved and appreciated in this world. The things that you bring to the world, no one else can bring it because it's not for everyone. Everyone has a different assignment, and your assignment is needed. Your assignment is great. And I leave you with this. If you are not sure of who you are and whose you are, I implore you to just sit still, be quiet, and in your mind's eye, you ask to have a revelation of who you are and whose you are, and it will be shown to you. So that's what I have for you today. That's it, and that's all. Just remember, I love you, but God loves you more.